What's up, Savages? It's Monday. Yeah, I know. They suck, but we have some exciting news, and on top of that, I'm 3.5 weeks clean of cigarettes. Yeah, I know. It's small for some, but it takes 21 days to make a habit, and I think I'm finally going to be able to kick it. It's been like a 6-year battle, on and off, on and off. I haven't really smoked that entire time, but probably a couple months out of each year for sure. So I'm happy about it, and if you're not happy for me, I don't give a shit. Burn in hell. Anyways, moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gandhi's Thoughts, brought to you by My Nutrition. I am Gandhi, and today, talking about MLG's announcement. Yeah, MLG has announced today, and they've always teased at it. They always like to make this build up, so everyone's like, oh, what's gonna happen? Oh my god! And they really like to make like a big deal on Twitter, which I understand. It gets a little bit old at times, but I understand. I wish that instead of just teasing, they would just be like, oh yeah, by the way, announcement on Monday. What's it gonna be? Find out. Here's a tease. Instead of like, oh, big announcement. But anyways, so MLG announced that they will actually be featuring, they will be having a tent at the XGames event, which is going to be June 6th through 8th. Yeah, that's the ticket, June 6th through 8th, which is actually really awesome. Now, before we get into it though, there's one thing I have to say. I grew up watching XGames. I don't really watch it anymore, but Travis Pastrana was a god. The double backflip, the first backflip, all amazing. But for those of you rap fans out there, the one and only Gay Fish is going to be there as well, and that is exciting for some of you. For me, I know like his first CD, and that's about it. So some of you guys may enjoy this, and other of you, oh, well, baby. So anywho, so how is this event going to work, Scott? That is the quizzical question of the day. Well, MLG started using their noggin a little bit here. So they invited the top 3 teams from COD Champs, which I finally liked, because now we're seeing a reward for being good at COD Champs, which we haven't really seen yet, but that's badass. So the top 3 from COD Champs will be featured at this event, and there's going to be 5 more spots up for grabs. And now, how are these going to be determined? Well, it's going to be by pro points. So if you take a look right here, you have Complexity, who's by far in the lead of pro points, but it doesn't matter, their spot's already there. Envy's already there because they got second at COD Champs, and Optic Gaming's going to be there as well. So looking at it right here, you're going to have basically Optic Nation, who's going to get a bid. You're going to have TK, probably FaZe Red, and then, so that's 3 teams right there. So that puts us at 6. So the final 2 spots comes down here. But guess what? Curse Orange and SB really, unless they use a sub, they can't compete. You know why? Because you have to be at least 17 plus to be able to compete at X Games. And that's a kicker. It is a kicker. But I think we're at the point now, though, where it's going to be 18 plus, right? It's the MLG slowly shifting to that. They're basically going to be copying everything from COD Champs to a T very, very soon. And it's only a matter of time, and I think it should be 17 plus, which it is, but I think like Methods is 16, so he won't be able to do it. But so as we take another look here, that means so OGN, TK, FaZe Red, and then most likely it's going to be FaZe Black, and then it's really a toss-up here. I mean, it's going to be pretty fucking crazy to see the final 2 spots. What happens. I mean, Curse Orange and SB both have the chance of getting a sub. I believe that's how it can work, so that's always awesome. Now, for some people, here's a little bit of a kicker, right? So, how much is the prize money at this event? Goose egg. Big zero. You know why? Because they're giving away a gold medal and a silver medal. So MLG is kind of saying, look, all right, we have made this humongous gig for you guys at X Games. And of course, there's not going to be any prize money, but just being at this atmosphere and the promotion alone is going to be insane. I mean, everyone wants a gold medal. I mean, look at US Finals, right? Like, of course, Complexity is going to kind of be like, oh, there's no money, fuck this event, right? But I still think Complexity is going to play their ass off for it because Aches wants a medal. He lost the trophy at the US Finals, and as Censor, right? Like, he loved every single second of that trophy. At the US Finals, like, right? Like, a lot of people didn't see this because a lot of people weren't there, but, like, fucking Saints was carrying around the trophy, like, I got nothing to grab, but I wanted that, like, all I had was a box of tacks, like, because my fucking curtain's still broken, I've yet to fix it, but I was going to hold it like this, right? But Saints literally walked around the hotel like, oh man, I love this thing. He was like making out with it. Right? Like that's Saints. And everyone expects that from Saints, but it means a lot regardless of it. Like, is it ideal? You know what I mean? Like, obviously everyone wants money to be at events, but regardless, I mean, if MLG is helping it out, that's going to be badass by itself. So, now, how's the tournament going to be ran? Now, this part I actually kind of like. So, as everyone knows, if there's 8 teams, right, you're basically going to be taking 2 halves of the bracket and putting themselves into like a pool, but it's not exactly a pool. How it works is 1, 4, 5, and 8 are going to be in one section of the tournament, and then 2, 3, 6, and 7 are going to be in the other, right? Now, inside these subsections, okay, it's going to be a double elimination bracket. So if Complexity plays the 8th seed and wins, they play the winner of the 4th, 5th seed, and the winner of that is guaranteed to go into the final day. Then they finish out the losers bracket as well in that subgroup, and then the second place person goes into the final day. Same thing on the other side of the bracket. So basically what I'm trying to say here is it's not exactly like pool play where they take an overall record. Instead, it's a tournament inside of a tournament. So it's turnception. Incept tournament. Yeah, that's right. So it should be pretty exciting. I kind of like the idea of it. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but for me it kind of caught my eye and I like it. Because the problem with pool play, as everyone knows, it's just so... and it's long and it's boring and everyone plays everyone, which some people like, but I personally would rather see, people have their backs against the wall. So, Complexity playing the 8th seed, it's like, okay, the 8th seed's basically screwed, which is most likely going to be FaZe Black, perhaps, or someone else depending on what happens. So in one pool, you're going to have that. So it's going to be like Complexity versus FaZe Black, and then they play. If Complexity wins, then FaZe Black's in losers round 1, and they have to win 3 matches to make it to get day 3. I think overall it's going to be a lot of excitement, and right before we end this video, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the pro points again, take a swig of water, and then everyone can kind of put in your bets. And, oh yeah, one last thing. So, we've been working with MLG, and by we, I mean myself and Maven. We casted the 2K yesterday, and we are going to be working on doing league matches casting. So if you guys like our commentating, or you just want to see like Complexity's games because no one can see them during the league match, you can watch it at mlg.tv/UGC. We should be starting that, I think, tonight. I'm pretty sure, which is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to come out and support us, that's fucking awesome. If not, I still love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy.